Early one morning the sun was shining and I was laying in bed, wondering if she had changed it all and if her hair was still red. Her folks, they said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress and Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes, heading out for the East Coast. Lord knows I paid some dues getting through. Tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. We drove that car just as far as we could and abandoned it out west. Split up on a dark, sad night, both agreeing it was best. She turned around to look at me as I was walking away. I heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue. Tangled up in blue. Had a job in the great North Woods, working as a cook for a spell. I never liked it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted on down to New Orleans, where I lucky was to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside of Delacroix. But all the while I was alone, the past was close behind. I seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue. Working a topless place and I stopped in for a beer. I kept on looking at the side of her face in a spotlight so clear. Later on when the crowd thinned out and I was just about to do the same, she was standing there at the back of my chair. She said, tell me, don't I know your name? So I muttered something underneath of my breath and she studied the lines on my face. I must admit I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoes. Tangled up in blue. She lit a burner on the stove and she offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, she said, you know you look like a silent type. She opened up a book of poems and she handed it to me. That was written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of them words rang true and it glowed like burning coals, burning off of every page like it was written in my soul. For me and you, tangled up in blue. I lived with them on Montague Street in the basement down the stairs. There was music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. He started into dealing with slaves and something inside of him died. She had to sell off everything she owned and she froze up inside. And then one day when her bottom fell out and I became withdrawn, the only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on, just like a bird that flew, tangled up in blue. gonna go back again. I'm gonna get to her somehow. All the people that we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians and some are carpenters' wives, and I don't know how it all got started. I don't know what they're doing with their lives. With me, I'm still on the road and I'm heading for another joint. We always did feel the same, we just saw